Several days before the final game of the Champions League, London finds itself focused on motorsports as the DTM racing world makes a stop at the Brands Hatch circuit. In the motherland of motorsports, Audi newcomer Jamie Green drives his first home race for the Four Rings.
It's kind of an old school track. The barriers are not far away. Quite unusual in the ups and downs that you have, the elevation changes, which you don't have on modern racetracks. A lap goes very quickly and there's not much time to rest. It's quite demanding mentally and physically around here, especially in the race.
Things get pretty sporty off the track as well. Timo Scheider and Matthias Ekstrom make their way to Wembley Stadium. As serious soccer fans, they're not about to pass up a little fun in front of the stadium shortly before the Champions League final. After the first race in Hockenheim, where only two Audi drivers scored points, there's only one way to go for the manufacturer from Ingolstadt: forward. And Mike Rockenfeller actually moves forward to second place in the qualifying. But a few hours later, a surprise. Pole sitter Martin Tomczyk's BMW is relegated to the last position because his car is underweight, and Rockenfeller moves forward to start on the pole. After the qualifying, Martin Tomczyk's car was checked out and it was too light, so he had to give up the pole. And now he has to start from the last position. Of course, that's really hard for him. I think he drove really well, regardless of whether the car was too heavy or too light. I would have preferred to beat him on the track instead of inheriting the position a couple hours after the qualifying. But of course, it's a great starting position and it makes my life a little easier. This year's premier race in Hockenheim demonstrated that the fans are ready for some more racing action in the 2013 DTM season. Thinking strategically is more important due to the introduction of the option tires and DRS. The new technology was a big unknown for all the teams in the first race, and now we'll just have to see who's profited the most from that first experience. Bright sunshine, enthusiastic fans, and Audi on the pole. A race can't start better than that. 4 Audi drivers in the top 10 make for an exciting race at Brands Hatch. Pole sitter Mike Rockenfeller has the perfect starting position, but 3 BMWs are lurking right behind him. But the Phoenix driver doesn't let that bother him and pulls away from the rest of the pack after a few laps. Tight battles become the norm in the race. The narrow curves of the track force the drivers to take greater risks to pass. Everything's going well for Rockenfeller. Perfect pit stops and an excellent strategy help to keep the competition at bay. I think we always chose the right strategy to stay ahead. Whether we used the option tires or the standard tires, Rocky was able to consistently drive the fastest laps. Shortly before the end of the race, Mortara has to pull off the track due to a problem with his car, which also pulls him out of the scoring ranks. Rockenfeller drives a sensational race from start to finish and claims victory ahead of Bruno Spengler and Robert Wickens. The race was perfect from the very beginning. I had a great start and was able to maintain the pace. The car drove very well, especially on the standard tires, but I had a bit of a problem with the option tires. Overall, though, it was a very enjoyable ride, and we didn't make many mistakes, so it's been a really good day. Matthias Ekstrom finishes the race in 7th place and Timo Scheider comes in 9th, both earning important championship points. After the opening race of the season in Hockenheim, the victory in Brands Hatch is something of a coup. Rocky and his team performed superbly. Everything came together today. With Mike Rockenfeller leading in the overall rankings, the manufacturer from Ingolstadt confidently advances towards the next race in Spielberg in 2 weeks.